Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the crawfish kickback. All roads lead to Brazos Bend State Park in Needville, Texas. This event will sell out, so get your tickets ASAP. Oh, and we almost forgot. There will be a domino and spades tournament. So on May 25th, 2024, get you game hands ready. Like that song says, let's have some fun. Also, there will be other dishes in the menu for those of you that don't eat crawfish, to be announced soon. Let's make this Memorial Day weekend one to remember.
What's going on, family? What's going on? How y'all doing on this here Friday? Yes. It's pretty solid, pretty steady. Maybe we'll clear up here in a minute. Okay, it's going. How everybody doing on this here Friday with a special Friday favors? Y'all can see it's just me here on this go round. So yeah, we're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna keep it pushing, keep it moving. Thank you everybody for being in here. You know what happened on Friday, man. You know what happened on Fridays. On Fridays, we have guests. And we got a guest today. I don't want y'all to miss this guest right here. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it out there in the ether and say, share this live out right after you hit that thumbs up button. Just go on and share it out. I see people coming in, folk in here already. Man, I don't know how the weather is in y'all neck of the woods, but it is a kind of dreary, rainy, semi-cool, not cold, but cool Friday afternoon over here in good old East Texas. So got a couple things we're going to talk about before we get to this guest, because y'all know how it is when we have guests, man. We want to go and get to them, chop it up with them, spend some time with them, see who they are. Because, you know, it's always like, you never know who the Friday fave's going to be over here at African Dream. We got my man Vision Preparedness. What's going on, my brother? With was it Mayhemic Thursday? I think the name of it. Yeah. The y'all check out VP 630 on no, it's later than that on the Thursday show. Anyway, don't take my word for it. Just take my word for it. It was a great conversation. Go over, check out Vision Preparedness. I always drop the knowledge. Always giving a great show, very informative. And I didn't get to see all the Lead Former live yesterday. Lead Former had a very great, it was a very interesting and I feel necessary live yesterday. Didn't catch it from the beginning, but the subject matter, the topic, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss needs to be talked about. For shizzle, as the young folks say. Psalm 146 Home and Garden. What's going on, my sister? Welcome in. Good God's glorious morning, afternoon, everyone. I'll be in the bushes getting little man ready for school. Shout out to Bean Juice. Shout out to Little Bean Juice, as well as Psalm 146 Home and Garden. I see she got some guesses. She said, some said might be everyone's big sis, Gina versus Gina. I don't know. But we are going to have to bust out that birthday. I thought Gina just turned 24 a couple months ago. Psalm 146 Home and Garden. Are you sure? Are you 100% sure that it's everybody's big sister, Gina versus Gina, birthday? Because, I mean, you can't be turning 24 2 years in a row. But, I mean, maybe you can. I don't know. Hey, mama, my Renaissance grandma. How you doing, young lady? You better get in here and enjoy yourself. Yes, indeed. Precious SoCal Gardener, how you doing, my sister? Welcome in. Adina Collins. Get on in here. Y'all don't want to miss this guest today. Hey, Precious Pieces, a.k.a. Nicole. How you doing, family? Welcome in. My man, Odom's Homestead. What's good, brother? Shout out to you and the family over there. The Bud Files. What's going on, Bud family? How y'all doing? LT. What's good? Yes. Family man, what's going on, bro? Said that intro, awesome African Dream. Thank you, bro. Thank you. We appreciate it. Y'all, it's been a very challenging and interesting last couple of days. Been busy, lot going on. Ain't caught up with everybody as far as following all that content the way I need to. I'm trying to make some time over this upcoming weekend to catch up on everything. By the way, with it being Friday, y'all know you got your Gina versus Gina. You know you got your J3GS Forum, and you know you have your Big Rooster Show, Freestyle Friday. So you don't want to miss that tonight because it's going to be part 2 of the Q&A about the crawfish kickback. So you might not want to miss that. You just might not want to. I mean, you grown getting grown for business. Might not want to miss that. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I'm gonna run the commercial again a little bit later, and I'm gonna talk about it a little bit later. But after this Friday Faves guest, yes. RLM Hawaii, how y'all doing, family? Okay, I see some people saying it's raining over there. Wait, it seems like the whole country raining almost. My goodness. Tigsy, what's up, family? How you doing? Better get in here and enjoy yourself. Tamika Davis, the biggest, hardest supporter out here in EYT Street, boy. Tamika Davis beat everywhere. When I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. It ain't too bad, man. I mean, considering the fact that it's been lightning and thunder off and on all morning, and it's a downpour right now. I'm gonna take my internet for what my internet is. It might be, you know what, y'all? Hold on, I'm gonna try something. You give me just a second before we continue. I want to check something to see if that's gonna make a difference in the appearance of the live. So I'm just gonna slide on over here. I'm gonna do this right here, like this right here. See if I can add a little extra lighting and see if a little extra lighting don't make things a little extra better. It's still me. We'll take it. Y'all let me know if y'all can see me and how the sound is. There go my man again. Appreciate that. VP, as always, said, smash the like button, folks, and share this amazing live out. Thank you kindly, sir. Thank you. Precious SoCal Gardner said it rained 2 days, and now it's cold and dry outside. It's weather. It's weather here. Text anything. My feelings are hurt so bad. Bro, my bad, VP. I didn't even know, bro. I get with you. It's been a heck of a week, sir. Been a heck of a week. Some said it's even raining up in Chicago. Up in Chicago, it's raining. Water. There you go. You better collect that Jesus water, that free water, baby. Yes, sir. Yeah. So if it is in fact, I just want to do it anyway. So I'm gonna preemptively go ahead and send a whole lot of love out and give a big, amazing, wonderful, happy birthday to everybody, big sister, Gina versus Gina. Let me get my vocalations. Hold on. I'm doing this one solo, so it's gonna be a little bit, it ain't gonna have no harmony with it. So here we go. And a 1, and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, jazz hand, to Gina versus Gina, turning 24 years old again. I could have sworn she turned 24 last year. If she turned 24 this year, I don't know, man. I'm gonna raise one of my eyebrows because of Ramah. But you never know. She might actually be grown now. 24, 25-ish off in there. Hey, Tampa's Creek. Blue Lotus Vibes, what's going on, family? How you doing? That's what I like to see. I'm glad y'all must be sharing this out because people coming on in, and we want everybody to come in and get acquainted with this Friday's Friday Fave. I want everybody to know who this guest is if they don't know them already. Sweet Thumb, girl dad cooking up deliciousness. What's going on, family? Yeah, you like them jazz hands, huh? You see I did that for effect. You feel me? You feel me? Hit that, throw a little vibrato off in there, hit them with some jazz hands. Man, I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what happened. Yes. Thank y'all for being here. Please hit that thumbs up and please share this live out because we're gonna talk just a few more minutes, and then we're gonna get into the guests. Now, what I'm gonna do this time, sometimes the guests have a link that's just for them, and sometimes I just dropped the link in the chat because it ain't but one Friday Fave guest this week, and they know who they are. So if you not the guest, then don't hit the link. And the guests who know that they the guest, they can hit the link, and then like magic, they pop up, and then I'm gonna look at them. They gonna have to do the not the Harlem Shuffle, not the Dougie. What you call it from right here? Do that whatchamacallit, and then they can come on up. By the way, to all the gift, they can't see, only I can see you back there doing that Millie rock, hitting that Millie, and then you go come on up. No, Mr. Gina, but that was if I come back. Am I back? Am I back? Is I'm Al. Y'all, I gotta tell you, we talk a lot about nomad internet, and we talk a lot about being we happy with our relationship with Nomad, the time that we've been with them. And but I'm telling you, when you got East Texas thunderstorms and all this rain and stuff wearing down on you, it's just gonna be what it is. I don't care what. Hey, you can live inside the internet station, you can live inside the internet store, and sometimes you just gonna have some glitches because the weather is weathering, so to speak. Now let's see. Okay, got you now. Good. Thank y'all for letting me know. If we have any more mishaps, if y'all hear it, because it's been thundering a little bit, I don't know if y'all can hear it again. I'll probably just wind things down a little bit earlier. But Retro Survival, what's going on? Welcome in, family. So here's the thing. Tonight, Big Rooster Show, Crawfish Kickback Q&A, and new information being and so on and so forth. So with that being said, I am going to let me go ahead and get this link put in here for this week's Friday Fave guest. Yes, indeed. You just never know who it's gonna be. It could be a crafter. It could be a gardener. It could be somebody from the A. It could be somebody who's a new content creator. It could be I don't know, some of my folk hunt out here. You never know. It could be somebody who doing anything. We it's diverse. It's diverse over here. We lock in on a little bit. And there is the link in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, for this week's Friday Fave guest. I would love to see more people slide off in here if at all possible, because I'm telling y'all, it's something about this guest right here that y'all gonna want to maybe learn something from, maybe definitely, if you're not familiar with them, you definitely gonna want to check them out after this because that's what they're doing. Oh, that's how they do this. Okay, all right, all right. Uh, okay, I see my guest. I see my guest back there. I see the guest for this week back there. Uh huh. Look, you already ain't nobody said nothing yet. Hey, yeah. Now you know what happened before you come on up. They can't see you yet, but it's part of the. You're gonna have to put that down. Put that down, and get yourself ready to just. You ain't even got to do it long. You just got to hit it. You know what I'm saying? Like a hat, like just yeah. Okay. Okay. Now see, hold on. Now people be playing. People be back there playing. They went on and kind of like hit it for real. Like what? Like, almost like, girl, did you just come from the club? You just came from the club because you still amped up and then gonna come straight to Friday. Okay, bet. Blue Lotus vibe said it's her. Is I don't know. Um, Sweet Thumb, I just saw your comment, bro. You wild. You not wrong, but you's a wild man. You's a wild man. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hey, the off-grid trucker, how you doing, my brother? Welcome in, welcome in. Hopefully, this guest, because we kind of changing the vibe of it a little bit when we have Friday Faves guests. It used to be more where we just focused and gave all of our attention to the Friday Faves guests, but you could do two things at one time, right? So if our guests are up to it, we ask them appropriate questions, relevant questions are of course allowed if they feel up to it. Yeah, so that's how we'll do it. And giving all our attention to our guests. West Coast OG, Big Rooster Show. What's going on, bro? Better get in here and enjoy yourself, family. Gardening is great. What's up? Welcome in, welcome in. Y'all get in here. The off-grid trucker. Okay, everybody's still sliding in. Teagues is still in here. Mama Nita's still in here. Okay. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know how to. Let me clutch my pearl. And I want to say something, but I don't want to give too much of it away. Y'all be like, I knew it. I knew that's who that was. Hey, the Celtic Grandma, how you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Without further ado, I gotta get ready to do my countdown and click at the same time. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only. Woo! Bam! You're up. Get up there. Get up there. Hold on. Why you ain't up there yet? See, I didn't. There we go. There we go.
How you doing?
Yeah. I'm doing wonderful.
I got a cough, so I'm sorry.
No worries. You take your time. You can go get you balls. You can get you some orange juice, whatever you need, baby. We on your time now. We on your time.
Hey, how is everybody doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing great and hoping to get better. That's what I'm doing. Now, I got to ask, since well, I'm gonna say y'all, she only shot us down about 7 times because she said, I don't know who you think I am. I'm a busy woman. I'm a professional. I'm a gardener. I'm taking care of things. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. So I ain't really got time for y'all right now. But she said, keep on asking, keep checking back with me, and I might let you know one day. So we kept checking back, and we finally have Precious SoCal.
Yeah, I'll be busy, but I make time. I make time for my YouTube friends. Always. When you asked, I was like, let me look at my calendar. And what Friday am I off? Because I'm off every other Friday. So
right.
Yeah, I was like, okay, March the 8th. And it was a good thing you scheduled me because my mom was like, what are you doing Friday and Saturday? I was like, I'm YouTubing on Friday with African Dreaming. And I'm actually going to be on another one tomorrow.
Yes, I saw that. Now, first off, how Mama doing? How is Mama doing these days?
She good. She's home. She had dialysis this morning, so I'm in my office right now. Her sitting room is next door. I wanted to call it her hobby room, and she was like, I'm gonna sit here.
Right.
It's my sit room.
There you go.
I was like,
there you go. Hey, you know how Mama got that will, very strong will.
Yes.
And it's amazing y'all relationship and how y'all take care. You take care of her, and she take. I love that beauty in that relationship because it's not always easy. I've been there, and I think you of anybody could relate and understand. So yeah, but enough about that. Before I get to questions, who are you and what do you do and what is your channel about?
Okay, so I am Precious. The name of my channel is Precious SoCal Gardener, but my actual name is Precious, spelled like Precious Moments.
Okay.
My channel is about gardening, about hobbies, about just living life in general. And when I make mistakes, I don't like to cut out the mistakes because you need to see what you're doing wrong in order to turn things right, whether it's in your garden, whether if I'm cooking something, preserving something. I make lots of mistakes in the garden. I think when I planted my asparagus, I planted them wrong. I planted them upside down, their crowns, and I had to go out the next day and flip them. So I was shocked I even got asparagus 3 years ago because I was looking at the plastic and I was like, how do you do this? So I planted the crown like this, and they go like this.
Right.
So I got wacky chickens. Mm-hmm. I call it my little urban homestead. I got wacky chickens out there. 4. They're my pets because I live in an HOA. So I got 4 pets that give me eggs. One of them got out, and I was just looking at her like the hawk is gonna come and get you because they juicy and fat. I'm like they coming.
Yeah.
So my channel is just about surviving. I'm single, no kids. I'm my mom's caregiver. And so when she had her heart attack in 2018, I wanted to start gardening, but it took me like a year. And the doctor said, she needs to be on healthier foods. I've always wanted to garden. So I was like, let me just start doing it. Let me just start gardening. And I've been at it ever since. And I love it. She thought it was just going to be a little fad. Like, it's just going to be a month or 2 and she going to be done. And since 2019, I've been going strong. And now she's like, are you growing it? And I'm like, yeah, I'm growing it.
And you hitting best of both worlds too, because you got your indoor setup, you got your outdoor setup. And I have to say, especially the chickens was the mind-boggling part. You have to have, even though I know it ain't always perfect, you got to have one of the coolest HOAs like in the world, because there are some people just act like they do, but you got it going on over there. Outside of the you keep aphids. Most people do, but you be having some issues. You think that's because of the climate out there or what?
I think it's because of the climate. I think so. Where I live in Southern California, they call it the pass area. So you're passing like Redlands, Yucaipa, Banning, Beaumont, Calimesa, and then you're going into the desert. So we're like at the bottom of the mountains, but also in the area going to the desert. So sometimes we get snow. This year we didn't get snow. I was shocked, but we get snow about 2 to 4 times a year out here. And it seems like the aphids really come after it's raining or when it's really, really hot. So It'll
Yeah.
get like 29, 25 degrees out here and it'll snow. And in the summertime, it'll be 100 degrees.
Uh-huh.
So the weather is really weird
Right.
in this area.
Yeah.
And the aphids they just live there. And so I just deal with it because I want the food, you know. So
There you
it's
go.
weird.
Yeah. Let me speak to a few people. Rudy, where going in. Okay, people just but I would like to give an opportunity for the to ask you, you know, of course, like how has it, because you started you started before we did, as far as like, you know, gardening the fashion that you do. Like how has it prices where have gotten immensely absurd in many.
You kind of going out. I heard
Because you
something about
stuck with.
prices.
Hey, am I back? I'm back.
Okay, wait a minute. You still a little frozen. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see if he come back, y'all. Let's see what happens. He's gonna be back. She lives in the desert. Ask her about those summers. It gets about two. Oh yeah, Big Rooster. Big Rooster. It gets hot. It'll be like 115. He's gone. Hopefully, well, he got to come back. It gets really hot out here. It gets super hot. So until he comes back. Oh, thank you, family man. Until he comes back. In the summertime, when I'm gardening, I make sure I get out here like early in the morning. I get out early in the morning because like by 10 o'clock, it's too hot. It's too hot to do anything. He said, still here. He'll be right back. Yeah, and I have a cough, so. Yo, so you go to Arizona? Yeah, my brother lives in Arizona. My brother lives in Arizona. He's back.
All right. I hope it's clearer. I hope it's a better signal. I just went ahead and did a reset very quickly on everything because, again, the lightning and the rain, I don't know how much that's impacting things, but hopefully we are good.
So Big Rooster's in the Bay Area. Okay.
Yeah, up north.
Yeah, he's in a colder area than me. Oh, yeah, I was telling him about the summers out here where to get like 115, 120. And so when you gardening out here, you got to get out early in the morning. Like when that sun starts cracking at 5:30 or 7 in the morning, I'm out there. Yeah. And I try not to be out there past 9, 10 a.m. And you're just, you know, worn out. Right now, the garden's kind of easy. We still kind of in that. I think the time changed this weekend. We still kind of in that the end of the fall. So we're in March and we're getting the last of our rain out here. So when April hits, we might get 1 or 2 more rainstorms. And then I think we're probably going to be done if we get that. But you had mentioned something about the prices before you had went out.
I'm so yeah. Before that, so and I apologize to my guests and to the chat about, you know, it's we dealing with weather, y'all. So thank everybody for sticking around, and thank you, family man. I hope everybody who does not know Precious SoCal Gardener, I hope they do what Family Man said he just did, which is go over to her channel, subscribe, check her out, learn from her content, and yeah, what I was saying is how has it impacted you, or you know, you and mom, just the family dynamic, your personal dynamic, since you started growing so much of your own food? It's right there, it's readily available, and now you done set it off with the chickens too. Like, you can't beat
that. Sorry. So this cough, I'm not sick. I went to urgent care. This cough just will not leave me. It's like sticking like what's that Spider-Man, that thing on
Right.
Spider-Man? I forget what you call it. Anyway, that thing
The,
I
the
just want to.
web.
Yeah, that not the
Yeah.
web, but that creature. I don't know, a parasite, whatever you want to call it.
I know what you. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that black
Have you tried
Spider-Man.
mullet?
Mullet? No,
Have
I
you tried the
haven't.
mullet?
Mm-mm. I need to try it. Somebody told me oregano oil too. Some people
I've never
told me that.
tried that one. What's going on? Regenerative Life, Wayne, BDBGP. What's going on, my brother?
Venom.
And they
That's
know, you
right.
know, BDD.
That's the character.
Venom.
Family Man
Yeah.
got it. Venom. That creature Venom. He got it. So
Right. That's a good movie.
gardening has helped us tremendously. We had some family over in January. My mom's like, I gotta buy collards, and I try to get her out of buying stuff because I'm like, I have it. I have corn. I have broccoli. I have this.
Right.
And she was like, I gotta buy some greens. I was like, oh, no, you don't gotta buy no greens. So we got a whole freezer outside that I just put all the veggies that I grow and preserve. If I'm gonna freeze them, I put them in that freezer. I went out there and had 11 bags of greens, and I looked at her. I was like, "Don't you never in your life tell me you need to buy some collard greens?" But she just makes it out of habit, So I have to kind of break her from that. One of the reasons why I got chickens is because the dialysis doctor told her she needs to be eating like 2 to 4 eggs a day. Like she needs whatever's in the protein or whatever in the eggs.
Right.
And it's so expensive.
Right.
And then eggs will be going to waste. She'll be buying all these eggs and she'll be eating half of them. They were just going to waste. So it took me about 2 years to decide to get chickens because I was like, okay, I'm the only one who does the gardening. I'm the only one who does the preserving. I'm the only one in the yard. If I get chickens, I'm going to be the only one taking care of these chickens. So it was a lot for me to think about. But then we had a dog for about a week, and I was like, this dog is just too much work. She don't like my mom. I took the dog back. The chickens is way easier than the dog. Of course, I raised them for chicks. They were 2 days old, but once I got them outside, they don't care nothing about me. They be looking at me like, "Where's the food?" That's it.
That's it. That's it. They chickens are really resilient. If you can keep the chicken hawks and maybe some predators, depending on your area, chickens will go out and take all day. And as soon as it starts getting dusk, they looking to go home. They looking to post up.
If I had a
Precious, I see what Ruby.
I would love to.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I think there's a little bit of a delay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying if I had a rooster, I probably wouldn't mind them being outside the cage because a rooster, they're tough. They would, attack a hawk or anything like that. But I can't have a rooster in a HOA, so I have to keep them in the cage. That's the way for me to protect them.
Right. And I have a question before we get to Ruby's question, I would like to ask you, like your environment, being in an HOA, did that go into like your breed selection? Because most of us know there are breeds that are a lot louder. There are breeds that are quieter. Did you put thought into that, knowing you are where you are, but you still wanted to have some hens? Or you just said, I'm just getting chickens?
No, like I said, I thought about it for 2 years. So I looked up which chickens are the most docile chickens. So you have your Silkie, which gives you smaller eggs, and your Orpingtons. And there's all different flavors of Orpingtons. So I got 2 buff and 2 lavender Orpingtons. And they do, when you do their crowing or whatever, but they'll do it for like 5 minutes. 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and then they're stopped. Other than that, they're pretty quiet. I am having a little rodent problem, but I'm killing them left and right. I don't know if you see my channel. Them suckers are dying. So when they see a mouse or a rat, they will start like doing their cackling or whatever. But since I've been killing them, they've been kind of quiet. My neighbors are like, we don't even know your chickens are back there. And the good thing about Orpingtons,
the best way to be.
Yeah. The good thing about Orpingtons is, number one, they lay eggs probably 300 days of the year. So that's literally all year long. They're cold hardy. They're meat and egg laying birds. They're cold hardy because it does snow out here. And some birds stop laying eggs in winter. I've been getting 4 eggs a day. I got 4 birds. I get 4 eggs a day. 4 to 5 sometimes.
Yeah.
And
you know that I've never heard.
No, I'm done.
I'm sorry, y'all. We dealing with a little bit of a delay here, so my apologies, y'all. Big Rooster said he got you over on the Tic Tac machine as well. So you just got people coming in from all over the place. And what I was gonna say is I've never heard anybody say, "Oh no, don't get above Orpington." Now, depending on them, I'm sure somebody has said it, but for me, the versatility of that breed is something that is really hard to go wrong with. And back to Ruby Spot now, Sweet Thumb, tell us how you feel about this, Precious, because Sweet Thumb said he uttered my sentiments as well. Ruby, if you got a windowsill, if you got a porch or a patio, there's always a place to grow some food if you want to. It doesn't have to be big, extravagant, or to the level that other people are doing it. But I personally think you can pull it off wherever you want to. But what say you, Precious?
So if you're in a small spot, what I suggest, like an apartment where you have a patio, get smaller varieties of food. For instance, you want like bush beans, for instance, that grow on a bush, and you can still get your beans and you can grow it in a planter or a pot. You can grow small carrots. You can grow Roma tomatoes. I think our brother, are you frozen? I think he's frozen again. That is so sweet. Let me see.
Okay, we should be a lot better now.
Okay.
My apologies again. I didn't realize that my Wi-Fi has switched over to another router, but now we are back where we should be. Can you see and hear me better?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. I'm sorry. Please continue.
It's okay. So if you're in a small spot, get you some containers. Grow smaller versions of food, like there are Nanette carrots. There are little carrots that look like little beets. Grow smaller carrots. Grow bush beans, because most beans, they trail, but they also have varieties that are that grow in a bush. So you probably want to grow vegetables that grow more in a bush that are not going to trail, where people can see what you're growing. If you want to grow a tomato, you probably want to grow a determinate like a Roma, because most tomatoes are indeterminate. They just keep on growing tall until the season's over. But you want to determine it like a Roma that grows into a bush kind of, and then grow those. So you just want to grow smaller things in containers. But it is possible. I started off in containers. I have a house and a yard, but I started off small. You don't want to start off big to begin with, because you don't know how much you can handle. You know, I see people saying, "Oh, I want an acre. I want 2 acres." I'm like, "Nah, that's okay."
Right. It is not, Precious. You 100% right. And y'all, just FYI, I didn't have it on the system. I thought I had it on, so we should be good as far as service goes from here on out. Thank y'all for being patient and sticking with us. Like you said about the Romas, that variety, 5-gallon bucket, you good to go. Just because of how it grows, versus somewhere where you're gonna need 20 foot worth of ladder so they can climb up and do all that stuff. And something else you said, Precious, I think you can almost say it one more time for the people in the back.
Don't try to get a whole bunch of land. And I mean, I am on about 8,900 square feet. My house is about 1,900 square feet. And I have if you seen my channel, I have my trees, I have a grassy area, I have an orchard, I have about 25 trees now. And then I have my garden area. And then I have concrete and I have the chickens. And that is literally enough for me because I'm doing it by myself. I'm not married. Like when you see Homestead Heart, Mr. H, he goes to work, and Lady H is on a homestead doing everything, and that's what she does, and that works for them. I'm a full-time employee. I'm a caregiver. Hey, Nikki, that's my friend, OC Dish Chick. And I only have so much space and so much time, and I garden all year long. It's more than a notion getting you an acre of land and gardening. And some people are saying, I want 2 or 3 acres. You have to think about how that's gonna work for you. You'll wear yourself out trying to garden on that and keep up a house and keep up a family.
You absolutely right. And I would like for people to, if everybody don't have the option or the luxury of this, but I would say this would be a recommendation for people who ask me, because people have asked. I would say, hey Nikki, hey Nikki, how you doing, family? Welcome in. Miss Jones Truth, how you doing, young lady? If you know somebody, or you find yourself with access to it, or if you like out in Cali or something, maybe you could just go to the desert, right? And I want you to get the metrics of what 4 acres is, and find you some long, tall poles and put a flag at the top of them so you can still see them. And walk the perimeter of what 4 acres is and put a flag in each corner so you can literally physically stand there and see just how far all 4 of these flags are away from each other. Let's say on 5 acres, just to put it in perspective. Land changes, terrain changes. You may have some water over here. You may have some flooding over there. You may have an elevated area. You may have a depression. And like you said, we're talking about upkeep of a home, upkeep of security, because, I'm just saying, I'm glad you brought that point up, my sister. I really am. It's important.
It is more than a notion. There are, there's people in California, of course, that I watch. I watch Callie Kim. I watch Epic Gardener. He's in San Diego. Next Level Gardener. He just moved from a smaller home in San Diego to one that's a few acres, but he's at home all day long. Epic Gardener, that's what he does full time. He has a staff, and he does YouTube all day long. That's what they do all day long, and they're good at it. I'm good at what I do, but I don't have all day to take care of that land and to record and I'm like Heyman from In Living Color, if you remember them. I got a job. I do notary on the side. I'm doing all kind of stuff. People ask me to write, because I'm in procurement. They ask me to write contracts outside of that. Right now, I'm studying for my certification in procurement, and so I got a lot going on. I don't have the time to take care. It's more than a notion. Callie Homestead and the Pooh Bear, she's on about 2 acres.
Yeah.
And she got a husband and 5 kids and people helping her. She got pigs and turkeys and chickens. But it's more than a notion. So I just say, really think about it. Take your time. I know there's YouTubers out here saying, hurry up, get what you got to get. But also strategize and think about what you can do. This is enough for me. This is enough for me and my mom right here.
Thank you. Knowing your limits and your limitations. And I want to say this. Matter of fact, I just seen a certain young man pop in the chat that I was just getting ready to talk about before I seen him. When you get past, shout out Led Farmer 73. When you get past just having a decent sized flock of chickens, you almost need to be there. This is my personal opinion. Someone, If it's 5 of y'all, 1 of y'all stay behind. If it's 10 of y'all, 2 of y'all stay behind. But when you getting pigs, chickens, goats, all of these kind of livestock, man, you know the animals get out. The animals will walk all across the highway. They'll get in on other people's property. They will eat
I see them walking up the highway. Okay, so behind me, I'm in the corporated part of my city, right?
Uh-huh.
So right behind me, the street right behind me is unincorporated. They got llamas, they got all kind of stuff, and them chickens be in the street. And I don't know why those hawks that be flying around my house don't get those chickens. Probably because they got roosters. Oh, I see
Right.
Led Farmers in the house. Hey, Led. But it's more than a notion. You got to take care of all those animals. If you watch Homestead Heart, she is out there feeding the chickens, doing the turkeys. They be harvesting their chickens. I don't know if you've seen the videos of them harvesting their turkeys and chickens. I'm not trying to do that. You know, I'll take it to somebody if I need to harvest one of my chickens, but it's more than a notion. But it is well worth it. So if you want, I say start off with a little home with some land in the back. Don't buy into an HOA. I'm just going to tell you that. I really don't like them, but I needed to get my mom out of the 2-story condo, so we got the house.
Right.
And so but start off with that. I have a rental property. Start off with that. And then if you want something bigger, maybe take that property that you started off with, turn it into a rental and save you some money, and then go buy you some bigger land. But start off small. Start off small first. Don't start off big. And if you live in an apartment like we were talking earlier, get you a couple of containers, grow you some veggies that are like bush veggies, onions, potatoes, garlic. Those are root vegetables. Put them in those containers and just start you off and grow you some food. And once you taste that food, you're going to be like, oh my God.
It hit different. Yeah.
It hits different.
Yeah. Well, I think that's great advice that anybody could who's serious about it could take away from it. And this is in no way to discourage people from, just jumping out there, getting into it, but way more than what we working with down around here, which is still a lot. But when you get to the 5s and the 10s of stuff, and this is not to be, because you can do it. You can put your mind to it and grow into it, like you said, starting small. It's just such a, I think it can catch people off guard with the massive responsibility of having a large piece of land, and you've never even lived in that world, in that space. You didn't grow up in and out the woods hunting or fishing or doing whatever. And I love your approach to this, because especially when there's an opportunity for it to be potentially lucrative, like take someone in your state, your area, California, as far as I know, expensive.
Yeah.
And,
just
a little bit, right?
Why you think I'm like, hey, man, I'm out here doing notary?
Hey, who remember that? Who even know what she talking about? Because you got to be, she a little younger than me, y'all. But if you ever seen The Living Color, you remember Hey Man.
I'll be 50 this year. I'll be 50 years old this year.
Minus 13. Minus 15.
There you go.
Okay. You look good as always. But she said, I'm a doctor, me a lawyer, I'm a cook, me on a restaurant. She like all of that. It's people out here doing that, and I have not particularly in our area, but there are people who move from areas like yours because hypothetically, let's say you just dissolved everything, turned everything liquid, said I'm finna move somewhere in the boonies in East Texas and probably not have to work for the rest of my life if I play my cards right.
Yeah.
That does not work out the way people always think is gonna work out, because You from a state like California, there's a different energy, there's a different vibe, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in rural East Texas or rural Kentucky. Now you got all the money in the world, but you ain't never lived around folks like this before.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, Cali is a different state. I tell people, because I've thought about leaving California. My brother's in Arizona. I've thought about, well, if I leave California, I'm still trying to stay on the West Coast, like Nevada, or Oregon, Arizona. One of my cousins moved to Texas. If you leave California and you have property here, I'm going to suggest you keep your property here, because once you leave and you sell your property, you are not going to, it is not going to be easy for you to come back and then start all over again. That's just a suggestion. I love California. I know a lot of people complain about it. There are pros and cons for every state.
Facts.
And that's what I tell people. Like, out here, yeah, we do pay a lot of state taxes, but we see what's going on with our state taxes too. They're fixing all the highways out here. You have departments of aging. I'm a master gardener. Every county has a master gardening program. So they're doing stuff with the state taxes that they collect out here.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin moved to Texas, and I don't know if anything's changed from what I know from Texas. They don't collect state taxes. And so that means other taxes.
Other taxes. Right.
Other things are high too. So it's pros and cons. But if you in California, unless you're making $250 a year, you gonna be Haymon. You gonna be I got mortgages and student loans, and I got a mother. I do eventually probably want to leave, but that's when my mother goes to glory. Until that happens, we're gonna be right here, because she took care of me, and I'm gonna take care of her until the end. You know.
I understand that sentiment. I've been there myself. I understand, and it's something that oftentimes in life, when things fall in their proper order, that's just what we go through. That you live and you grow, and then you go on to glory. You go on to other things. But I'm always amazed with your level of depth, because you have some conversations when y'all go over here, which I hope everybody in here does. I got two mods in here. One of them probably at work, but the other one, she just got here. What's up, Tien? The Educated Natural. Could you?
Yeah, I gotta check out her channel. This T-Nog was saying something about her, and I meant to go back and check some of her videos, because I got, where's my Black Laws Dictionary? I'm a big book reader, so I got my Black Laws Dictionary and all kind of stuff. So I need to go check out her channel.
She definitely worth checking out. Definitely worth checking out. Hey Tanya S. I was gonna say, if any of the moderators in here who are available, if you could please drop Precious SoCal's link in the chat, please, and thank you, ma'am or sir. And Tanya S is in here. Do we have any other questions? Appropriate and relevant questions for our special Friday. You got to say that. You got to lead with that, Precious, because folks, girl, child, you better.
They be like, "What's your name, girl?" What's
right.
Sorry.
Sayini Marcano, thank you for being in here. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, and I hope that I'm not butchering your name. I've seen you before. I hope I always get it correctly. If not, inform me. Thank you. Big Rooster Show got it in there, y'all. It's in the link in the chat now. Precious SoCal.
What is regenerative life, Wayne? He says, "Love California. Left when I retired from the military. Wish there it is. Wish I would have kept my home there and rented it out for some years and sell it. It would have made a lot of money on it."
Oh yeah.
That's what I urge people. My undergrad is in retirement investments, and one of them was real estate. You know, some of the things was real estate taxes. If you can, I say hold on to that real estate. The way I was raised, unfortunately, you know, my mom was a single mom. All of my mom and dad, their brothers and sisters had good government jobs. My dad's family's pretty good with money. My mom's side was not that good with money.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a couple of houses, sold them. If my mother would have kept her house, she still would have had her house in Los Angeles County, probably would have paid $100,000 or less than $100,000 would have been paid for already, and she would have been living there retired. But she sold a couple for some reasons. I don't remember. Lost one.
Yeah.
And so when I was growing up, I was watching a lot of stuff that she was doing. Not that I'm like in the money, because I'm always working hard. I'm struggling and stuff too. But I had to start really looking at and just watching what they were doing, watching the mistakes they made so that I would make those mistakes. And even when you try to strategize and do everything you can, stuff still happens, you might have to move or whatever. But I was really watching the things that my aunts and uncles were doing finance wise to see what I should be doing better. And then I made a lot of mistakes growing up, and I learned from those mistakes. So
we all do, and we all will. And this is why, there's I guess it's a forever and ongoing debate on reasons why. Again, there's a young man in this chat who talk about this quite often, and we share a lot of the same sentiments. If at all possible, it might not even be in your state you living in. I would suggest it somewhere where you plan on eventually living, or you never know. Having ownership or over raw land is so beneficial in so many reasons, because as for some of the examples you just alluded to, I couldn't imagine what a house like in LA County, right? You know what I'm saying? Like right now, the appreciation over time. But here's the thing. We all know, we done seen this movie enough times to see the how the plot twists go. A degradation of a neighborhood, the denigration of its infrastructure, crime rate increase, and then all of a sudden, via gentrification and other similar means, all of a sudden you got 2 artisanal shops on this side of the house. You got 5 Starbucks down the street, and then property taxes that had once been, I don't know, $800 a year. All of a sudden, they $8,000. You at the end of work life and basically preparing yourself for a fixed income. There's a big that's a big jump now from 800 to 8,000. This has also happened to people. But baby, if you just got you a little corner of trees somewhere, especially if you in an environment where you have a massive appreciation and you've really, really made some money off of your investment, aka your home, it may hurt to leave it. But I'm telling you, Callie, you got me thinking about Callie Homestead. You got me thinking, Precious. I seen people do. If you go down the road to Austin, Texas right now, that's one reason why Austin, Texas is one of the fastest growing and most expensive areas in tech, not just because it's the capital, but because people from Seattle, people from LA, from everywhere have New York, have just took all liquidated everything, said, bam, I'm going down here. And they build for $300,000 what's a $5 or $6 million mansion in other states. So,
when we lived in, we were thinking. Well, my mom was thinking at the time, not me. Her mortgage was $800. She worked for LA County of Education for 30 years.
Wow.
And she was struggling, and she was just like, this is too much. And in my head, because you can't talk back to your parents when you were a child. It's like in my head, I'm thinking, well, if we keep moving, isn't that going to be more expensive too? Like, can't you work without, But she was only thinking, I got these 2 kids. We in South Central LA. And I mean, we were in the hood. 88th and Avalon, around the corner from the Jordan Downs. If anybody from Southern California in here, Dickerson Garden. Like when Dr. Dre was talking about Greenleaf in Caldwell, I lived off of Caldwell in Greenleaf in Compton, where our neighborhood was on the news. They would kill people and take them down to the dumpster somewhere. That's the kind of neighborhood we grew in. So she was always thinking, I got to get my kids away from here.
Right.
I got to do better. So I don't get mad at her for the moves that she made, because if she didn't make the moves that she did, me and my brother wouldn't be responsible adults right now. Right. She was just like, right. I got these 2 black kids, and then my brother is a big guy. He's like 6'4". Mm-hmm. And the gang members, he wasn't even in double digits. He wasn't even a teenager, and they was already trying to grab him for gangs and guns. So, she just did what she had to do, but it made me think twice, because a lot of people, oh, Precious, you don't have kids. Why didn't you just go out and have kids? Well, number one, I don't have a husband. People tell you don't need a husband. When I'm like, no, I saw my mom do it by herself. I'm not finna just go lay down and just go have some kid.
Right.
And that's just the way life worked out for me. I love kids, but I saw her, and then I saw my dad, and I had aunts that were single parents, and I was like, I think it's time to break this stereotype or this track record that we got going on here, and I need to go in a different direction. And here in California, it's it's expensive. All those houses that we lived in, you can't afford them. I could not, as much as I do, and as good as the income as I make, I would not be able to live down there. And tell you the truth, that people that are living down there now, they can't afford to live down there. What, paying $3,000 a month for rent? Your rent is more than my mortgage?
Yes, it's real. And somewhere else that is in excess like that, Seattle. Seattle got to the point where it was just not worth, like, it made no rational sense. I had a good friend, very happy for him. First time homeowners, beautiful home, everything was right. Bruh, I ain't putting nobody know who this is. I ain't putting nobody business out there. Your mortgage over 3, bruh. And when I sit back trying to think about hours worked, you know what I'm saying? Doing that, that is a lot to have on your plate, but it's so commonplace. And like you said, there's a lot of people who live in that area. First off, it's full of transplants, for one. The only people who make that in a sustainable fashion are the people who have that generational ability for things to be passed down and inherited and so on and so forth, because grandma and grandpa may have purchased that house in 1972 and they paid $18,000 for it, and now it's literally worth $800,000. Stuff like that happens. And that's life-changing wealth, but so few of us, because life be lifing, have the ability to fall into that. So
I know when to see people paying what they do in Compton, Inglewood, etc., is just mind-blowing. It's ridiculous. And in our community, right? And I hate to say this, the first thing we try to do is when you get 18, you got to leave. Stop putting your kids out at 18. Start teaching your children financial responsibility when they are young, and let them know you can stay here, you can work, you can save your money. And if they get a girlfriend or a boyfriend and be like, oh, you need to move out, be like, that ain't the girl for you. That ain't the guy from you. Yeah. We need to start teaching them more financial responsibility. That Louis and Coach is not it. It's not it. I'm not impressed by you wearing. I used to catch the train, and this woman would have on a whole Gucci outfit every day with nails, and I'll be like, "What are you doing? You riding on this train with this whole Gucci outfit and purse, and why? Why are you doing this? Start teaching them financial responsibility. Look at Led Farmer. He got what is it, Freedom Acres, and his daughter just put a house. That's what we need to be doing. That's what my great uncles and my grandfather and all them was doing down in the South. They had this land, and they all had acres of land, and they had a house on it. We're not doing that anymore. We're putting our kids out there. Our Latino brothers and sisters are not doing that. They get a house. They all live in it. They help pay that, and they help their family members get another house. Up the street, we got an Asian family. The mom and dad bought this house. All the children live there, and the children are paying the mortgage, so the parents don't have to worry about it. We have to get back to African Americans, Black people in this country being more communal with each other and helping each other. People thought I was crazy when I said, when I'm getting a house and me and my mom moving in a house together. Girl, you better than me. What do you mean? My mother raised me.
That's
She gave birth,
sentiment.
you know, her,
Yeah, go ahead.
her income's not a lot, but her income helps. And they're like, you and your mom always going out to eat, or y'all going to Costco, or y'all doing this. Well, we live together. Well, she lives with
Right.
me and I help her. So we're able to do those things. We got to get out of this keeping up with the Joneses lifestyle, because financially it's not conducive. I don't care what state you're in this country right now. It's not conducive. We need people living together and helping each other. It's just the way the world is going.
I think, in fact, with as much as I agree. What's up, Urban? How you doing, my sister? She said
Hey,
yes,
Urban.
community family. I agree with so much of what you said. Hey, Buddha Jolly. The only thing I got is that I unfortunately and regrettably, because even though everything you said is 100% true in my opinion, it would make life easier. I think that society has been so commercialized and so there's just this undertone of individualism that I don't think can or will ever be shook. I think that people who speak like you and myself, who do understand that there was a time period where, especially in our community, it was communal. There were people, there were community. You didn't just have neighborhoods, you had communities. I regrettably think now, shame on me because I could be wrong, but it ain't looking good. And I will go further to say that I think we are some of the last people living, because we can remember the before time, the long, long ago, that even share that sentiment. You see a few young people here with the I'm talking about young people, y'all. I'm talking about teenagers and people in their early 20s who have started community gardens. They're positive. They try to do good things in their immediate environment and neighborhoods, as far as teaching people what they know, why you should grow food, why you should be more sustainable, this and that. They get treated the same way you said you just get treated when you like, I'm finna live with my mom. Ugh. They clutching their pearls like, ugh. What you finna live with your mama for? It's dudes and women. I ain't putting it on one gender or the other. It ain't just I'm a bad chick or dudes.
Everybody.
I gotta get this bag. Everything about the bag, the bag, the bag. But for one, where's your peace coming from? And for two, where's the longevity in that? Because you know what? When I was in my early 20s, it was one particular car. I ain't even gonna say the brand of it. I wanted this car so that was all I could think about. That was my dream whip. That was my dream ride. You know what? Nobody really want them like that no more. So when you make life altering things for temporary pleasures and we all do it to an extent. I'm human too. Luckily, I got older and really, really started thinking about the big picture, which is what I hear you you are articulating and relaying that. But I don't think everybody gonna get it, Precious. I just really don't.
They don't. My family still think when they heard I was getting chickens, Precious, you gonna get chickens? Yeah, I'm getting some chickens. But when they come over here, you got some eggs.
Right.
Oh, you got some spaghetti sauce you done made? What kind of food you got?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to put in and help, but you still want to reap the benefits of what I'm getting when you come over here. You know.
Come on now.
I don't understand it. I have friends. Oh, you better than me. You take care of your mom. I'm like, well, my mom took care of me. I don't see what. To me, it's not a big deal. It's not. I don't understand it. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, my mother wasn't a prostitute and sold her kids on the street or something like that.
Right.
She went to work every day and fed us. And when I was growing up in the beginning, my mother worked midday shift. So she had my brother when I was like 6.5, 7 years
Mhm.
old. Me and my brother, we love each other, but we are like night and day. I'm the kid that would go to bed at night and sleep all night. My brother
Right.
was the baby that would be up all night. So I would wake up in the morning, make my mom some scrambled eggs and coffee because I know my mother has been up all night with my brother. And then she would get up, she'll eat, take me to school, and then come home and then try to sleep some more and then get ready to go to work. And she wouldn't get to work till about 10, 11 o'clock. She wouldn't get home to 10, 11 o'clock at night. There were times, then my grandmother died. My grandmother died. My mom's mom died when my brother was 6 months old. So here we go, living with babysitters. Half the time, half of my grade school years, we were literally living with the babysitters during the week. And
Mhm.
that had other
Mhm.
issues. I wouldn't see my mom to the weekend until she was able to get a day shift, be on a normal 9 to 5 or 7 to 4 or whatever shift. And that was
Right.
when right before I got into junior high school. So from the age of 7 till about, I'll say 11 or 12, we were living with babysitters half the time.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
my mother had to do what she had to do to take care of us. And she worked odd jobs. Like I said, she worked for LA County of Education, but my mother worked for Toys R Us during Christmas season. She would clean
Everything.
outside. She would do everything. So why wouldn't I do everything I can to take care of my mom? Why
It
would I
makes
let
sense to
my
me.
mom go pay somebody else's corporation to go pay their rent when she could be living with me and cooking and
Mhm.
cleaning and doing whatever she wants? She's free to do what. Why would I make my mother endure that when my mother already endured so much trying to take care of us? To me, that's only the right thing to do.
You know what? I think it is, and I feel. Luckily, I'm glad we are growing. The end is nigh for that era, which had its pros and cons. But this overly independent, this overly, I can do it all by myself. Go straight to college. I done said this before, and being a non-parent, folk quick to get in their feelings about us, and I understand that. 'Cause you ain't got no
Don't
kid,
they?
you ain't got no kid. But I will say this, man.
I think they
Don't
mad because we don't got the gray hairs yet because we ain't got no, we ain't got no
girl, you,
kids.
you ain't finna get me in trouble. Be quiet, girl. Shh. I got grades all in here. But now look here, y'all. Y'all don't get me in trouble with pressure with have me getting all the emails. See, she gonna go on and enjoy the rest of her Friday. Her mama gonna go to Bennigan, and then I'm the one sitting over here getting angry emails from people. But anyway, uh, you whether you have a young son or a young daughter, don't nobody know that child like they parents do.
Mm-hmm.
You know if your child is responsible enough to really cope with what the world finna throw at them. Why you rushing your baby out the house? That's one thing that my mama and them never did for me or any of my step siblings or whatever. Now you had to get some stuff done while you were there. You're not finna sit back and eat frosted flakes and watch cartoons all day. It's gotta be
Yeah.
some chipping in and some productivity. But maybe your child ain't finna go to a D1. Maybe they should go to trade school. Maybe they need an extra year or two past the appointed 18. Cause it's like yeah, you a legal adult, but who the hell made that up where you just
Some
get your
people
baby
need
out?
some people need 15 years past
Some,
18.
yeah.
I didn't move out until I was 28, and I tell you why. Not because I couldn't. It was because I thought my mother always needed my help, right? And so finally one day, my mother is my best friend. We got into an argument because she was doing some financial stuff and I was like, "Look, you affecting my future." And
Mhm.
one day I looked at her, I said, this is what I'm finna do. I said, I'm finna move. I said, I think it's time for me to go. And I said, you got two choices. I said, you my mom and I love you. I said, but either you gonna come with me and we gonna look for a place for me to rent and we gonna be getting along, or I'm moving
Mm-hmm.
out, or we not gonna talk. Because her lifestyle was starting to affect me financially. It most importantly, it was the situation was starting to affect my education. And that's something I'm really big on with our people is education. And so I moved out for a year, rented a condo, and I didn't like it. And she started having some problems financially with the house. So after that lease was up, I moved back home until we were able to sell that house. And then I bought my condo. My condo I still own. And she went and got something else. She sold that and then went to a rental. And
Nice.
then she got sick. And she was like, I think I need to live with you. And I was like, okay, come ahead, go ahead and live with me. And then she had grew and changed after I moved. Like, oh, I, I don't have this person here to help me like I always did. So I think it changed for the better. And now we have a much better relationship now that she's older, I'm older, and I'm able to take care of her. It's a much better relationship. But I think a lot of parents are throwing their kids out there too early. Let your
Yeah.
kids
Yeah.
encourage your children to stay home and help them to understand how finances in this country work. Encourage them, because if you don't, the first thing that they're gonna do is just start racking up a whole bunch of credit, racking up a whole bunch of bills, and they're gonna eventually be back with you anyway.
Right.
Might as well
And everybody
start
doing
off
that.
the right way.
Absolutely. What's up, player JB? What's up, Drew? He said ain't no rule book, and people who made the rules up came up off destruction, come up off destruction, and I believe that 100% because, uh, yeah, of everything that we just alluded to and relayed to. I mean, you got so many things that are set up, set in place the way that this should be, not the natural way things should be, but it's almost like a silent demand. And I won't get too far into that part of sociology, but it's almost like a silent demand. It's so strongly suggested that it's right at how can I put this? It's hegemony. It's hegemony because it's so strongly implied or concluded that that's just how things are supposed to be. That you have to do this by this many years of age. You do that, and all of those components are what actually fits into uh, a perfectly designed, perfectly curated, and orchestrated society where everything benefits more than you. You know what I'm saying? What if craftsmanship? There's a reason, and I've never spent much time down in your part of. I spent more time in North California,
Mm-hmm.
Oregon, and of course lived in Washington State. If y'all see some of these old craftsman homes, some that were built in the 20s and 30s, the skill set, the labor, the work, the attention to detail that was put in some of these homes, that's why they still there. That's
Mm-hmm.
why they still standing. What about skills like that? That people, anyway. It's weird. I digress. But you see what I'm saying, Callie?
No, I know exactly what you're saying. We still have a lot of those homes. They're in little areas in California. My uncle owned a house. It was off of Vernon or somewhere in this
Mm-hmm.
little cut in LA. And these houses were made like in 1910,
Yep.
1920. Nice,
Yep.
beautiful Victorian homes that you cannot find. Like
Right.
my home is made out of what Led call it, toothpicks. My house I live in now is made out of toothpicks. I'm just happy to have a house to live in. But a lot of people, like you said, we don't have that craftsmanship going on
Yeah.
in our
Well,
society right now.
and we honestly don't have the same type of wood that we had. It's hard. What's being harvested now is quick grow, mass produced. We all know about the logging industry and this and that. If you would just look at the depth, the richness, the amount of rings in some of this wood was from acre. It was everything was right with it. Now it's like you build them, you can build them. They go quick. It's just it's a lot. It seems yeah. Well, before we get out of here, Precious SoCal Garden. I'm looking at SoCal. I'm looking at SoCal, and I just think California. I just want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to. I swear I'm gonna get off of here and put on some DJ Quick or something, man. Some more E40. But does anybody have any questions with the few remaining minutes we got? Because I want to give the rest of this time for you to tell people a little bit more about what you plan and anticipate doing moving forward. What do you see for your channel? What do you see for your chickens? And all the places that they can find you out here in the YouTube streets.
Okay. So, of course, you can find me at Precious SoCal Gardener. There's an E missing in Gardner. I did that on purpose. I just put my name different. So everybody, they spelled wrong. I'm like, no, it's not. That's the way I wanted to spell it.
Yeah.
What's coming up is pretty soon, if not this weekend. Hopefully we won't get any more rain. It seems like every 2 to 3 days we're getting rain. I will be planting in the garden, starting my potatoes. I got 2 trees still sitting in bags, but it's been raining, so the water's just getting the bags. I'll be planting those trees, cleaning up the garden, probably harvesting the rest of my broccoli, cleaning out that bed, the rest of my cauliflower, just getting in the garden, cleaning up the yard, because we're in the beginning of March. So when April hits, middle of April, it's going to start warming up in California. So I'll probably be just showing more videos. Hopefully, eventually, me and Juicing with Jay have been talking on the back end. Hopefully, eventually, we will get us a live show going. Me, him, and we're trying to get Cali Homesteading and Pooh Bear, but that's going to be farther down the line. We got to get our schedules together to see if we can do that. Because I would like to do more lives. We just got to find the time to do it. Everybody in California is like, hey, Mom, we got to find the time to do it. So hopefully maybe by this summer, we will get that going where we can go on live at least 1 day a week. I don't think we could do 2, but maybe 1 day a week.
That's enough.
Yeah, I'm just gardening. Hopefully I can give more, because when I started my channel, I was doing more caregiving tips. Hopefully I can do more caregiving tips for elderly, because that's the situation I'm dealing with here. We all getting old. Nobody's going to get any younger. Right. So we have to learn how to take care of each other. So hopefully I'll be doing more of that.
I'm sorry, you see your screen. Rooster said, how y'all gonna leave him out, man? How y'all gonna leave him out the West Coast family?
Well, Rooster, I'm gonna have to get in contact with you, and we're gonna have to get that together. So it'll be cool. It'll be 4 of us. It'll be 4 of us. I'll get with you, Rooster. I'll get with you. So hopefully we'll have some good things coming by the summer. Just gotta get it together. One thing I wanted to say, because you were in Africa when I was in Africa. You're in Texas now, right?
We were gonna get to that. Yeah, go on and talk to them about it, family. Talk to them about it. Tell them.
I went to Ghana. I left on September 30th, 2023, and I came back October 9th. Oh my God. I want to go back. When we talk about chickens, we driving down the road and somebody said that chicken them chickens just running down the street. And the man was like, everybody know whose chicken that is. Nobody's going to take that chicken. That chicken's going to go home. Nobody's going to take that chicken. Everybody knows who chickens that is in this town. And I just started dying. But I am, for people that are Black in this country, I would suggest you go to Africa just to visit, just to see how it is. They love us. There's so many stereotypes about our African brothers and sisters and it's just simply not true. And I've been trying to I was trying to get back there, and I got back there, and now I have a family because I went with a group of 6 other people throughout the country, 600 African Americans, and now we have this tight knit group, and
Good.
we talk to each other all the time, and we're trying to get back there. So I said, just get back there and see how your brothers and sisters are living,
Right.
and maybe you will appreciate a little bit more what you have here. Then we met a guy who was a financial advisor or whatever in New York. Him and his wife sold everything in New York, and they live in Ghana, and they're loving it down there. I forgot his name. He has a YouTube channel. I have to find him.
Mm-hmm.
But I was there when you were there, and you and I talked for a minute.
We did. I'm just glad to hear the excitement in your voice and like, oh, we doing this and we going to do this tomorrow. And now we here, and it was like, I just love it. I love it because you could hear like just the tone in your voice was like, it was almost like this little bit of a, man, I'm really in Africa, Jay. We doing this and we doing that. And it was just so cool to hear you have that experience. And did you pick up on any tree? Did you pick up on any Yoruba? Did you start soaking in another language while you were there? Some of the local languages in Ghana.
I was trying to. It was the trip. I think if I would have stayed there a month, I would have absorbed a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But it was only 10 days, and
Right.
I definitely want to go back. I know my African name is Abba because I was born on a Thursday. So it's Abba, and I forgot the other one. And we went to the rainforest. I put videos on my channel. So if you guys look at my channel, you'll see all the videos of me in Africa. But it was one point where the tour guide, he was like, up here. And I was like, up here? I thought we wasn't going uphill no more. I said, don't he know I'm American? I'm not African. And everybody was laughing. And they was like, come on, I was like, just go. Just go ahead.
Y'all can have.
So we were in the Cancun rainforest now. I'm considered the scariest person in my family, right? That means that the rest of my family is dangerous because I'm not that scary. So we were on this, it was kind of like a board, like this wood board, and you're over the rainforest, the trees, and you're going across this bridge on this board. And I thought I was going to be scared, and I was like, doo. So one of the girls that was on the trip with us, she was like, I'm so scared. I was like, now I am the scariest person in my family. If I could cross this thing with no problem, you gonna be okay. So I wanted to do the 7 bridges, but I just stayed with her because she was so petrified. I just did the two bridges in the Cancun rainforest. But we just saw so much. It was just so beautiful. Just the beaches. We went up to Aubrey. We went up to the mountains. We went to the beaches. We went to the outskirts. And it was just beautiful. And I'm raised in the state with beaches. And those beaches were just, the weather was beautiful. Amazing. I was like, my God, I didn't, when we all landed in JFK coming back home, we just looked at each other like, we have to come back here.
Right.
Like you didn't want to come back. You didn't want to come back.
I'm so glad you enjoyed yourself, and not only the beaches, but I'm glad that you had the experience you had, because everybody has different experiences. You were in West Africa. I spent the majority of my time in East and Central Africa. But when I know you didn't get to go everywhere, but I know the topography of like how the world looks on a map, right? After physically going there yourself, do you think Africa bigger than people been telling us all along, size-wise?
Oh, they've been telling us all kind of stuff because they, not to go against any of our other white brothers and sisters or anything like that, but they just been telling us, and I've been knowing, for years they've been telling us lies, but they just told us so many lies because they're going there and they're getting property and they're doing things and they're starting businesses and they don't want us to.
Right. Not just that. That is all of that. But then when you said the beaches, that's one of the things that stood out to me when you think about Dar es Salaam, you think about Tonga, you think about Zanzibar. Y'all, I don't know if y'all don't know this, but like almost the whole rest of the world taking holiday in Africa on whatever coast or whatever side. You see people from every walk of life all around the world, except for primarily Americans. And I mean, some of the most beautiful scenery and beaches and waterfalls and stuff you could ever see in your life. And most folks,
everything comes from Africa. I mean, when I started the Master Gardener program here, they're telling us about my first year, telling us about species of plants. Well, this came from Rome. I said, no, Rome stole that from Africa. All of that is in Africa, and it's just so beautiful. The men, oh my God, I look at a man's shoes. Oh, they still have guys there buffing the shoes, the hotel we were in, and it was just absolutely beautiful. We did see a couple of guys sagging their pants, which I can't stand it. And that's because they're seeing what's going on over here, which bothers me, right? Because unfortunately or fortunately, African American culture is
dominates.
It dominates. So when they see us, calling our people bitches and hoes and sagging and crack and guns, they're like, oh, that's what's going on in America. But we know a majority of us are not like that. But when I'm over there and I'm seeing, oh, these men are dressed in suits and they're beautiful and they're hustling and they're working and they're taking care of their families. It was just a beautiful thing to see. Just artists and craftsmen and just everything. The slave dungeons was the hardest. One of the girls in our group broke down. She broke down and just to hear the stories, and I videotaped that. I videotaped all that, and it's on my channel. But it was just an amazing experience. And they're building up over there, and they want us to come back. They want us to come back, and I want to go back. I definitely want to go back. So I would urge anybody to find you some type of trip and just tour, just go over there and visit your people. And it's still a lot of small villages and everything over there, but it's an experience. And you can experience more of it.
Right. And if nothing else, just it would be so beautiful for people to just really get to see. I mean, honestly, 10-day trip, 2-week trip, get with some comrades and get together and go check it out. Because some stuff it's hard to explain unless you are there yourself in real time. With that being said, I want to say, look here. I got one more question, and then I'm gonna let you go. But I got to say, I love the way that you put out info. Oh, by the way, the way I was looking around like that, she was like, I was over there looking at men. I was the men, man. I was over there looking at no African homies, you know.
I was looking at homes. I was looking at the culture. I was looking.
Okay.
I met a footballer, a retired footballer. He was eating in one place, and we got to take a picture with him. He too young for me, but I ain't blind, I was like, hey,
Right on. That's what you're supposed to do. Now, this last question: do you I ain't gonna say what motivated you, but I love your breakdowns on how and when you get into talking about some of these recalls, and your motivation behind doing that, because I've gained information from you that I was like, damn, I ain't heard about this one. I ain't heard nobody say nothing about it. And then I go and start kind of, investigating a little bit, looking it up, Googling, asking questions here, over there. And it's like, damn, y'all, There's a
our
whole lot of
food,
recalls out there.
the
Go
last one,
ahead.
and the reason why I haven't done one this month is because of this cough, because it takes me time to go through them and read them. The last one I did, we had Listeria, we had E. coli, and what's the other one? We had two different E. coli's.
Yeah.
Was it botulism?
I don't want to say it might have been. It was something that's like, damn, some of these recalls coming up with old ancient diseases and stuff. I mean, it's like, what is this?
Listeria,
It was
extraneous
definitely
materials, because our food is going through these machines, right? And so oil and plastic and metal is going into our foods. So I just decided, I think I was listening to T-Nog, the New Orleans gardener. For those of you who are new, we call her
Right.
T-Nog short, Miss Linda,
right.
was talking about recalls. And I said, and somebody else was talking about recalls too. I said, well, let me look at this. And so one day I just got on the video and just started doing the recalls. I really didn't make a big deal about it, but I think it's important that we let people know this is why we're growing food, because what are they doing to our food? For me, I know that I'm not going to be able to grow 100% of everything. I'm not going to have a cow out here that I can slaughter. I got chickens and I'm getting eggs from them, but I need to know that what I'm buying is quote unquote kind of safe,
consumable.
Consumable. And then when they do the recall, it's literally like too late, because the food has already been put out there into the marketplace. So you need to see if people have brought it back or if somebody complained about it. You got people making food that hasn't been checked by the FDA and FSA and and all that stuff. So it's a lot of crazy stuff out there. Hopefully once I get rid of this cough again, because I'm seeing them coming through, I try to do them once a month now. Do the recall once a month and go back. But I'm literally seeing recalls pop into my email like every day, every other day. It's really scary.
We thank you for keeping us informed, and I've noticed, you've been you still do them, but I love those, and that's kind of when you was hitting the Saturdays. I became something that I anticipated seeing, but after you watch someone give out that information for so long, is a certain level of trust is built. I'll still always go verify because I want to know more myself. But just the fact that you put that out there, share that information with so many people is something that I'm definitely appreciative of, and we thank you. With that being said, my sister, you got any last minute, any parting words before we got out of here? Y'all don't go nowhere yet because I still got a couple of announcements, but young lady, the floor is yours.
Nothing really. I will be on the chat tomorrow. That's with the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick and Bougie, and sometimes Bougie Prepper, and sometimes Hands in the Dirt is on there. Right. I think her time 5:45 is going to be about 3:45 my time, Pacific Standard Time. I have to double check. So I'll be on that tomorrow.
5:30 or 6:30? 6:30. Oh, time change.
Maybe the time. Oh, the time is changing.
Okay.
I'm sure Nikki. I'm sure Nikki and Bougie have put something out there. So if you can go to their channels, join their channel, so that way you can get notifications on that. Of course, Miss Linda's gonna be on Sunday at 5 p.m. my time. And get ready to see more videos coming from me. Make sure you watch African Dreaming. And April, she still has her channel, right? The drawing.
Yes,
I don't get notifications like I should sometimes.
No one does. No one does, which is infuriating, but no one does at all.
Yeah.
We have,
because I did join her channel. So sometimes I get them and sometimes I don't. I just appreciate everybody watching. I don't have 1,000 subscribers, but I don't really I don't harp on it because I know I don't do a lot of lives. When I started YouTube, I just did it as a way for me to just get myself out there. And so I'm just happy to get any subscriber that I get. I'm shocked people even want to watch me half the time.
Hey, that's what it's all about, baby. We all gonna grow. You just, you know what I'm saying? We taking one day at a time, one chop at a time, and you getting there. And I love seeing your progress. Nikki, since you are still in the chat, would you please put the Eastern Standard Time so everybody can know where they can catch you tomorrow, and you and Bougie, or maybe even Stacy now this week with the
Hands in the Dirt. I don't know if Hands in the Dirt is in there or not. I haven't seen him.
No, I don't think he in here. I'm talking about tomorrow. I just want to make sure we got the right time to be there to catch you. Thank you, Vision Preparedness. My brother Vision Preparedness still rocking with us. Y'all know if today is Friday, then tomorrow is gonna be Saturday unless something real crazy happens. So
I hope not.
I know, right? That means you're gonna have our sister Urban Gardening Chronicles doing her morning show, 8:50, 9 o'clock thereabouts, in Toronto time. Yeah, she'll be there, yeah. And then you got Vision Preparedness coming on with his morning show. Get your coffee ready, baby, because both shows are absolutely amazing. Always good information. Real solid, adult, thought-provoking conversation. That's what people in our space is trying to find, somewhere where you can have a good time and learn something in the process. Let's see, Nikki. Okay, here we go, y'all. Let me put this. Set the chat. Hands in the Dirt. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 7.
So that what is?
That'll be 4 for you.
You know what? I just Google it. I'll be like, if it's 7 p.m. in New York, what time is it in California? Because I ain't got time. I mean, like 7, 6, 5.
It's almost like clockwork, but I was good for about the first month and a half we got back, and then I just got it was hard for me to just keep up and remember it all as well.
A kid. I can't get with the good math. I'd be like 5, 10, 15, 20.
You better.
40. I think I got $20.
Oh, God, dog. See, I'm trying so hard to let you go. But look here.
Okay.
Now I got one more question. Hold on. Now I got one more question. With you being the extremely astute, well-educated, well-accomplished woman that you are, I'm assuming that you know how to navigate your way around these here internets. I have a question for you. How you feel about my class? Have you heard about my class yet that I'm offering?
No.
Okay.
I haven't.
Now you seem like you obviously an extremely intelligent woman who more likely than not seems to make sound decisions.
Okay.
How do you feel about my business model very quickly? So what I'm doing for $37, but since it's Friday, I'm bringing it back down to $36.95. So there's a discount.
Okay.
For today and today only, I'm teaching people how to send and receive emails effectively. And I'm also teaching them about what to look for in their spam folders. And, it's Friday. We got that discount going on Friday. If you really want to learn how to effectively send and receive emails and check your spam folder, africandreaming@gmail.com, and I'll sign you up for the.
I'm Haymon. So if people is willing to give you $36.95, then I say go for it. I have a cousin that's a doctor. She's a doctor. She's about to retire next year. And she does, I'm telling you, Haymon, right? And her husband is an educator. And me and her, we had, she had treated me to a spa when I was getting my graduate degree. And she looked at me, she said, Precious, I don't leave no money on the table. And I looked at her and I said, we got the same motto. We don't leave no money on the table. She was selling that jewelry.
Yeah.
What do you call it? That jewelry everybody was selling. She sold so much of that jewelry. She had got a free cruise. Paparazzi. That paparazzi jewelry. She was selling. She had got a free cruise. So I'm not gonna tell you. I'm saying if people want to pay $36.95 for African Dreaming to show you how $39.99 in Tanzania money. Thank you, Urban Garden Chronicles. If people want to tell you that, I'm not mad at your hustle.
Thank you, ma'am.
Because in California, $36.99 will give you a quarter tank of gas in California.
Not a quarter, a whole quarter tank.
A whole quarter. Not a half. A whole quarter tank.
Wow. Hey, y'all heard the one.
$5.50.
That is insane. But the crazy thing is, I know you telling the truth. I know you telling the truth.
Yeah. So crazy. Okay. So my mother's car is 20 years old. Okay, my mother's car is 20 years old. I got my Acura out there, which the transmission's going out. But guess what? I ain't getting rid of that car. I'm about to mark it as non-op and put a new transmission in it.
There you go.
And then gas cars. We hold on to cars until they just don't roll no more. Then I got a new car, an all-electric vehicle in the end of 2022. Yes, because I've had it just over a year. And let me tell you, not having to, I don't even look at the gas anymore. I get in the Acura once a week to start it up. I drive it around the corner, go pick up my mom's medication because I got to keep the car running until I can put it in the shop.
Yeah.
And I put like a half a tank in there. I might fill up that car once a month. But I say, if you can't keep your old cars and get you some new type of energy car, it's going to save you the cost. I don't have to worry about transmission. I don't have to worry about oil changes. All I worry about is tires and brakes. I don't even look at how much the gas is because in California it's crazy expensive. But I say keep your cars, and if you can get alternative fuel like a hybrid or a plug-in, I suggest you do it because this is the way the world is coming. You have to have multiple options. You know how Led be telling you about the generators and how to get this, and I'm gonna suggest. I got my Jackeries because of him. I got me a couple of Jackeries.
Yeah.
Say do it. Be prepared because it's not gonna get no easier.
Got to have multiple kinds of generators. Regenerative Life Wayne, who was here. I was thinking of Wayne. Recently just got a Tesla, and I would say probably I know Houston, Austin, and of course all over California. A lot of places need to work on their infrastructure as far as having more battery stations and plug-in stations for full hybrids. I mean, for hybrids, for full electric vehicles and stuff. But y'all, we had a time in existence where our generation and probably the next two generations gonna have to juggle with both until obsolescence ensues because I still have some vinyl somewhere. I still got a few records. Records are cute. I can order them because of how we can order stuff now, but the average person ain't walking around flipping their tape deck, flipping from side A to side B no more. Like I grew up doing.
Because I know you're Gen X like me. Our generation is very unique. We went from a generation that didn't have all this electronics, then all of a sudden in the 80s we came in and we started having microwaves and whatever. Then we went into high school in the late 80s or in the 80s until the 90s. And then all of a sudden personal computers came and you had to learn about personal computers.
Right.
And we driving cars where you could get your buddies and everybody give you a couple of dollars. You fill up your tank. You know, gas was 89 cents.
Come on.
But then all of a sudden you got to have a cell phone.
Right.
And I was just telling my mom, I said, I thought after I got my graduate degree in 2019, that was going to be it. I thought, oh, get your education when you're 20, get your education when you're 40, then you go into retirement. No, I was telling my mom, I said, I'm researching AI right now because I'm in procurement and I need to know how AI is going to affect my profession. When that pandemic hit and we had the supply chain issue, my graduate degree is in global business. I was already looking at that barge off the coast of Africa that had got stuck and knew we were going to have supply chain issues. You have to be up on everything all the time. I'm researching AI because I got to keep working until retirement. You have to. Absolutely. So that includes cars. That includes eventually I want to get rain gutters around the house. This guy named Epic Gardner in San Diego, he has rain gutters, he has rain storage, and this is in San Diego, California. So I say stay up on your stuff, keep watching Regenerative Life Wayne, African Dreaming, Lead Farmer. They're giving you all kind of information on up-to-date stuff. A Tesla ain't nothing but a laptop with wheels on it. You know what Tesla reminds me of? You remember that episode of The Simpsons where Homer got his driver's license taken because he was like cooking pizza and he was like Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan, you remember that one? Did he end up in that tree? He ended up
off a cliff because he was on Shaka Khan. Let me love you, let me love you, let me love you, Shaka Khan. He had all these instruments in the car. And I was like, Homer is a fool. But you know what? You know you could do karaoke in the Tesla. You could do karaoke in the Tesla.
What can you not do?
What can you not do? Yeah. Yes. But that's what, every time I see a Tesla, I'm like, Shaka Khan. I'm Homer Simpson. Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan. That's what I do.
Right. Well, it has been a blast, my sister. Hey, Auntie Ellen, how you doing, young lady? Welcome in. And we on our way out. I want to thank Precious SoCal Gardener for allowing myself, April wasn't here today, to spend time with you. It's been a treat watching you grow, watching your channel grow. You know what I'm saying? Chopping it up by like, man, I'm in Africa, fam. I'm in like just all the little in between stuff. I would love to see you go live more often, but when you drop videos, they're engaging. They keep you going. They keep you informed. It look hot out there, and then you make it be something. I mean, to me, I guess because it's just the sunshine. It look like I'd be like, damn, it looked like football practice heat over there in the summertime.
But when I was out there the other day, it was about 50 degrees and the clouds were coming in. Mm-hmm. So I had got out there just in time. I did what I had to do with the chickens. And I also have like arm wraps for my arms because, mosquitoes, stuff biting you. But it's cooler than what you look. In the summertime, if I'm telling you it's hot, it's hot.
I believe
it's warmer than most states, like 50 degrees. Most people aren't cold with that. But you have to remember too, the clouds is coming in. And when the clouds coming in, it's dropping. It's like dropping to 40, 45 degrees.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Man, y'all please check this sister out. Please check this sister out. I know people that went over there. There's people who went over to all your different social media platforms. People that said they done got on your TikTok machine. Of course, here. I hope that you need to I feel in the sun. I heard it's hot, bro. I heard it's hot. Again, thank you, my sister, so much for being here. I am so grateful for you. Hey, April couldn't be here on this one, but it's been a great show, great live, great conversation. And I got to run a few more messages, and I will. I thank you. I thank you.
You are welcome, my friend. Anytime.
All right, my sister. You take care. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Peace.
Bye.
Hey, you know what I like about? I like that Cali accent she got. Like, it ain't super strong all the time, but it's like right at the finish. It depends on what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? You can hear that in Juicing with Jake. You can hear it with Big Roaster. You can sure hear it with Callie Homestead and with Pooh Bear. And you can also hear it with her too. You know, it's like they always, I don't know, I don't know whether to call it a snag, like a swag or something. But yeah, anyway, yeah. Yeah. Shout out Kelly. Earth. All right. With that being said, I'm gonna run this commercial one more time, and I'm gonna tell y'all about what's going on. Let me do this right now. I'm so grateful to my guest. So grateful to my guest. I will be contacting you here shortly, young lady. Let me do this right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the crawfish kickback. All roads lead to Brazos Bend State Park in Needville, Texas. This event will sell out, so get your tickets ASAP. Oh, and we almost forgot. There will be a domino and spades tournament. So on May 25th, 2024, get your game hands ready. Like that song says, let's have some fun. Also, there will be other dishes in the menu for those of you that don't eat crawfish, to be announced soon. Let's make this Memorial Day weekend one to remember.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. If you're wondering what that was about, that's about the crawfish kickback, baby. It's going down. The time is ticking. The time is ticking. It's getting closer and closer and closer. Look here. Tonight, I hate some of y'all dropped out. Y'all saw the commercial. Y'all thought it was game over. It wasn't over yet, baby, because I still had something to say. Big Rooster Show tonight, 6:30. Now she got me mixed up. West Coast, East Coast time. Anyway, 6:30. Well, be there tonight. Big Rooster, if you still in here, man, drop your link in the chat, bro. Drop your link in the chat so people can find it easier. Some of y'all may have heard, some of you may be new. I'm grateful and thankful to all the new people who came through. Drop a link on it. Yeah, I'm trying to do that. You drop a link on it. You a moderator? Nah, hold on. Let me go. Let me see if I can do it. Make sure Rooster link get dropped in here. So y'all can go ahead and plug in his channel for tonight. There's already a thumbnail up. There is it is going to be let me see. Let me go over here. Boy, every time I swear, every time I get on here, YouTube then change something or whatnot. Okay. And I'm still here with y'all. Hold on. And hold on. There we go. Y'all, yeah, Big Rooster Show is in the chat. That's the link right there. I'm gonna put it on the screen as well. I gotta find that thumbnail he made so I can make sure I get the time right. Boy, every device you pick up is different, boy. It's always different. Well, anyway, tonight I believe at 6:30 p.m. The same way. Okay, Rooster, I'll drop the link. I got a few minutes and I gotta run. But yeah, bro, come on up and you can tell everybody everything and what to look for and when to be here. Hold on, let me okay. Bam, bam. Get over here. Get over there. All right. Hey, what y'all mean? Drop the link for the live. I ain't know, man. I'm trying to drop the link for your chat. I'm trying to help y'all out. I want people to come over to the channel right now so they can link up right now. There he is.
Right, I knew what you I was like, yeah, Jay don't understand what I'm saying. No, so I was saying, for whatever reason, it wouldn't let me drop the link. I was typing hashtag BCIAC in there.
Oh yeah. That
But it wouldn't drop my link.
even what it used to be. Yeah.
Is it different now?
Yeah, it's different now. Yeah, I'll tell you about it. But tell everybody about tonight, man.
But yeah, so tonight on the live at 6 p.m. Eastern. I mean, it's 9 p.m. Eastern. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. We will be hosting a Q&A on the Crawfish Kickback on my channel,
Yes.
6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So yeah,
absolutely. And
so anybody want to come through and hang out and get your questions answered and all that good stuff? Yeah, y'all can do all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And I just want to see as many people over there as possible, not just because we're giving out important information about the Crawfish Kickback and answering questions that people may have. Big Rooster help a lot of people out in the EYT streets, man. He always supporting. You always see him dropping financial support. You always see him sharing people out, showing love to people. So anytime this man is live, now it's been a crazy week for me. So I ain't even got to catch up on all his bowling shenanigans and all the other stuff he do. 1 minute he got a stogie, you know what I'm saying, chilling like Jagged Edge first album, and then the next, you know what I'm saying, he got a bowling ball, man, all over the place. He do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I want to say also, yeah, everybody might want to attend tonight's live because there's a surprise giveaway from via African Dreaming. I mean, African Dreaming got the class. I'm sorry, y'all. Via ARD. Right. Via ARD. So I will drop that tonight. So y'all stay tuned. Check us out and all that good stuff. And y'all might win something. So
I'll snap.
Courtesy of a Resilient Dad.
There you go, right there. Tapping in today with much respect. Shout out AR Dizzle. What's good, brother?
10 say she still need her 10%.
Still want her 10%.
The Mafia is real. Yeah, so I just wanted to come up and just say that real fast, man. Great interview with Precious man. Hey Jay, when I tell you it's hot where she live in the summertime.
Yeah. I've heard.
She close to Death Valley, so
bruh.
Whew, man.
Bruh. I heard it's real in them parts down there.
Oh, bro. Man, listen, Jay. Hey, you better be running. You gotta go to the mailbox. You better run to the mailbox and run. Hey, man, if not, you'll be a shade darker by the time you walk through it and come back.
Yeah, man. It get like it's like desert out around.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, so y'all, that is 6:30. That is 6 West Coast time. 6 p.m. West Coast time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all be there, and please share this information out. Just if you don't share nothing, man, share our Big Rooster channel. I'm going to drop it one more again. But I think a few people might. That's the link for the chat. Hell, I ain't. Okay. Big Rooster, you hang around. Did you have anything else you want to say before I dip out?
That's it. Just y'all tune in tonight. Your chances might be better than mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't. It's a surprise. Everybody loves surprises as long as they good. And y'all make sure y'all try to win this PC, get everything together too, because you might want to take my class beforehand or afterhand.
Hey, I just realized somebody said not the miniature. I forgot. I I was on Carol Girl Miniature.
Oh, that's what. Wow. I was wondering.
I just realized what's that.
Rooster Miniature.
Okay, man. I was just wondering. My bad, y'all. Brain fart.
No, you good, family. It happens. Believe me. Hey, y'all, because the event is tonight, Big Rooster, you stick around for just a few seconds,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
I'm going to run this one more time. Y'all have a great weekend, an amazing weekend. Thank you to our guest, Precious SoCal Gardner, for taking the time to come hang out with us. She is also going to be over on the chat tonight with Nikki, Hands, and Bougie. So y'all make sure y'all catch that over there too.
Is that tonight or tomorrow night?
That's tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Tonight, make sure y'all over at the Big Rooster Show tonight for Freestyle Friday. But we're gonna be having a Crawfish Kickback Q&A, baby. So we'll see y'all then. Y'all stay up, stay blessed, and we'll holler. Check out this commercial, and we'll see you.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the Crawfish Kickback. All roads lead to Brazos Bend State Park in Needville, Texas. This event will sell out, so get your tickets ASAP. Oh, and we almost forgot. There will be a domino and spades tournament. So on May 25th, 2024, get you game hands ready. Like that song says, let's have some fun. Also, there will be other dishes in the menu for those of you that don't eat crawfish to be announced soon. Let's make this Memorial Day weekend one to remember.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir.
Hold on, we still live. Let me